Yes, we have approximately 9 days to the protest. This is one of the biggest protests that will ever rock the history of Nigeria, even bigger than the NSAS. The government is shaking, those in power, they are fidgeting. You know what the House of Rep member says? That please don't protest like Kenya. They are trying to dissuade Nigerians from joining this protest. They have carried on with their division tactics, saying Igbos, calling Peter Obi, saying this and that, trying to cause division among the protesters. But the protesters have stood resolute. Now, one of the big fish in Nigeria is joining the protest. And who do you think that is? That is Dangote. Dangote has been complaining from the onset of this administration. They are trying to destroy his business with the policies of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I'm not supporting Dangote, but one thing is sure is that if Dangote joins this protest, which he has started already, it is going to be one of the biggest protests. A protest that will be successful is a protest that all sectors of the society gets involved in. Why was Kenya's protest successful? It was because the religious leaders were supporting. The army supported the protest. Economic leaders supported the protest. It was just the people and the government. And the people comprised of the masses, the middle class, and the bureaucrats, the capitalists in Kenya that made that protest a success. So one thing I see about this protest being a success is because a Dangote will be part of the protesters. And it is good news that protest has already started in the north. And one thing about the north is that they don't just say anything. They say and do, unlike the south that protest, they will find a way to organize themselves. The north has started protesting, and it's a very big blow for Tinubu. Now, Tinubu and his boys, his Lagos boys, are left alone. Tinubu and his Lagos boys are left alone. They want to capture Nigeria the way they captured Lagos. And it is happening before our eyes. The last appointment Tinubu made, 90% of the appointments were from the southwest. 90%. I'm even exaggerating. More than 90% of the appointment, the last appointment Tinubu made, go and do your research, was Westerners. So is the Southwest taking over the country and trying to monopolize everything. Somebody says that the reason why they are frustrating Dangote is because the Tinubu Lagos boys want to take a share from Dangote. Remember, last time Nigeria had 20% stake, according to reports, in Dangote. Dangote came out and revealed that no, Nigeria does not have 20% stake, it is 7%. What is happening to the 13% stake? Typical of a Jagaban economy, typical of the person of Jagaban who take over and put his interest there. He doesn't care, let the economy collapse. So far they have shares in Dangote, and Dangote is behaving as if he's tough. He doesn't want them to get that share, so they are trying to frustrate him. Imagine the biggest refinery in West Africa is not getting supplies from one of the biggest nations in the world that have crude oil. You have a biggest refinery by a Nigerian, not a foreigner, in Nigeria. And Nigeria has crude oil and one of the biggest crude oil suppliers in the world. But you cannot supply your local refinery. You can see the sabotage. They are forcing Dangote to give them a stake in Dangote refinery. That is according to reports. Look at the revelation. He even said that NNPC should come and buy off Dangote refinery at a price so that they can run it. Because allegations are that Dangote's fuel is substandard. That is the politics they are playing. Anywhere APC goes, they want to destroy. They destroyed all our institutions, and they are never going to back down on that. Imagine Nigerians suffering while these guys are fighting. I'm not in support of Dangote. He's part of the establishment, just that they're having frictions. The Tinubu boys are wanting to take over stakes. When you look at most companies in Nigeria, and most of the people that owns these companies, they are from the southwest. Do your research and look at the companies we have in Nigeria. Most of them are from the southwest. They tactically, like hyena, they are patient. They tactically take over. So that stake in Dangote must be taken over. That's why you see a Dangote protesting. So to Dangote, that is end bad governance. Like I used to say, whatever that is going to make Nigeria get to a stage whereby everybody will say no more. Let's go back. Let's split regionalism, or let's balkanize. I'm in for it. Their fight is their fight. It is their interest. Although the Nigerian man is going to suffer. When two elephants fight, it is the grass that suffers. So it is Nigerians that are going to suffer at the end of the day. But what is making me happy is because that this protest must hold. Nothing is going to stop the protest from holding. The protest will be one of the biggest protests in Africa. But I want to see the resilience Nigerians have, how they can be able to stand against the gimmicks, the propaganda the government has been unleashing since we made mention, Nigerians made mention of a protest. Look at the Christian Association of Nigeria is saying that no to protest. Some groups are propping up to say no to protest. Imagine these people. Khan is coming out to say no to protest. The House of Rep, the politicians are saying no to protest. They are the ones that have been benefiting from this government and from Nigeria's national cake. Now it is time for Nigerians to stand up. They are saying no to protest. Like what happened in Kenya, religious leaders and other people came out and said, you should protest. Don't listen to these guys. These guys are thieves. These guys are corrupt. These guys are cunning. So Nigerians are not going to listen to anybody. Thank God Dangote is on the board. Lagos boys are going to have a run for their money. Now, although I know that the North are having a grudge and it is selfish. The reason why the North is voting is selfish. It's not Nigeria. It's not national. The only people I know that have the right to protest are the Southeasterners. But the Southeasterners are not protesting because they have a different goal, a different agenda, and that agenda talks about a Biafra. If not, nobody in this country has a right more than the Southeasterner to vote. Nobody has been more marginalized by the Southeasterner. I'm not saying other people are not marginalized. Everybody has a level of marginalization. But when you look at it very well, the Southeastern man has been marginalized to a fault. Any little thing you see, they blame the Igbo man. It is a media tactic to give a dog a bad name so that you can hang it. Not that the dog has a bad name or has done something bad, but just allegation. Put an allegation on that dog so that you can nail the dog. So anytime there's a problem in Nigeria, they mention the Igbo, make sure they sabotage the Igbo, and the Igbo goes for it. Starting with the coup, it was an Igbo coup. When Babangida did his coup and Abiola supported some coup, they didn't call it Babangida or Hausa or Yoruba coup. It was the one that happened in 1967 that led to the civil war. They called an Igbo coup. What happened during the NSAS? People are saying that Igbo want to take over Lagos. People that are Yorubas, that are sensible, or even those that are perpetrating those kind of propaganda, they know what they are doing. They know that they are wrong with their statement. Just that the Igbo man has been victimized in Nigeria. So the only people that have the right to vote, to protest, end bad governance, more of them are the Igbos. But they are not protesting. They are not going to join the protest. You can have some Gen Zs and obedience that might join the protest who are Igbos because they don't really believe in the project Biafra. That does not say that Igbos are joining this protest. Igbos will not protest. In Alaba, you see what happened, was it yesterday? How shops are being systematically destroyed. I was born and bred in Lagos. I'm from Abia State and I'm an Igbo person. I was born and bred in Lagos. I schooled in Lagos. I understand the Yoruba language. I've lived with Yoruba. I know what it means to be an Omoluabi. I know what it means to be a conservative. I'm getting to be more conservative. Usually, I was a liberal person, but now I'm getting to be more conservative. When I saw the plot against non-indigens by the political class, not everybody. It can't be everybody. It can't be all Yoruba or all Southwesterners. The plot against non-indigens is so devilish. It's so wicked. So it's a systematic thing. Just like when the police want to rope you, you didn't commit a crime, but they take something and put it on your head. Then they say you are guilty. You didn't commit the crime, but the evidence, what they are looking for, they can put it in your pocket. That is what the police do. That is what the political elite, Yoruba political elite, they are doing. This place may be a place that should not be destroyed or demolished, but they will find something, they will find an excuse and put it in the laws. In their local government, in their Lagos assembly, they will put it in the laws and say according to the law. They are the ones that make the law. Look at what happened to Landmark. Landmark, it was supposed to follow a certain route, but they had to adjust the structure to go through Landmark. And who owns Landmark? An Igbo man. So we know the games that they are playing. We know that the Igbo man has been over victimized in Nigeria. That's why it is safe not to join a protest such as this. It is safe for the North and the Southwest. They should clash. They should destroy themselves. Now the big guys are clashing. It's good news. I would say it is the Lord's doing that these people are fighting and wants to destroy themselves. If Dangote can come out and say he's being victimized, who am I? Who are you? Richest man in Africa is coming to protest. Who are you and who am I? That means it is biting hard on anybody. There's an excuse, like I said, Southwest politicians, very, very wicked, very devilish, like every other politician. Politicians generally are just the same. But the Southwest have a way they play their politics. They want to take over the economy. They want to position themselves in every sector of the economy. They want to take over. In the civil service, they want to take over. In the health, take over. Aviation, they want to take over. The Southwest, the Yoruba, they want to take over every sector. So this guy contributes to probably 20% of the economy of Lagos State. That is Dangote. So that is it's very huge for one person. Where is the refinery relocated? In Lagos. He adds to the economy of Lagos. They want to stifle him. When they stifle him, they take shares, they take parts, they take positions, and they put laws that will make them stay in short positions. Because at the end of the day, after 8 years of a Tinubu, one will want to expect that if a Northerner gets into power, there will be a payback. But I'm looking at it from an angle. There might not be a payback because the North will not want to work with a Southeasterner. A Southeasterner does not have any business with the North. So it will be left with the North and Southwest. The North will do another 8 years and we're having 16 years. So economy will have gone to another point. Politics will have played different kind of politics, different kind of hypocrisy and propaganda will have played then. But the Southwest just has 8 years to take over, to capture Nigeria totally. And Dangote has become a victim. Yes, if it is going to bring Biafra, let it happen. Let it happen. If it's going to bring Biafra, let it happen. I don't pity Dangote. I don't pity anybody. If Nigerians were not speaking for Landmark, why would Nigerians now speak for a Dangote? Is it because he's a Northerner? No, I don't look at it. But I'm happy that we are going to advise Dangote, please go and get a shirt, the protest shirt, and join Nigerians to protest. You might not come out physically. Your solidarity to the protesters is needed at this point in time. Your solidarity. Join your friends, tell your friends to join you in the protest against bad governance. We don't care whether they did not protest during Buhari. That politics should go. We are talking about now. You can't just kill Nigerians now. We need to survive now. Don't look at the excuse that okay, during Buhari, okay, you are in Northerner. Why didn't you people protest during Buhari so you cannot protest? No, we are talking about now. We are talking about now. We must protest now. Whatever it takes, we must protest now. We must protest and bad governance. So Dangote, you are advised to join the protesters. Go and get your T-shirt. You can see it online. You can print a T-shirt. Join the solidarity movement and protest. Some people might be asking, Mr. Man, what is your own there? What is your stake? Since you say the Igbos are not protesting, I said anything that is going to cause the division of Nigeria, we are in support. Anything that is going to make Nigeria bring governance to the people, like I said, division of the country, whether it is structure, restructuring, regionalism, it is going to bring government closer to the people. Because we have very few people at the top, and Tinubu is fighting these people at the top to get a place at the top. Nigerians are suffering. So it is not about the people, it's about them and their interests having a place at the top. We already have cabals that are controlling the country, and Tinubu want to have his place at that top. That is why he's fighting this, he's fighting that. And some people come out and say, these people have been milking Nigeria. Dangote has been monopolizing Nigeria. So now that the president is fighting him, is making his powers, reducing his powers. When he was governor of Lagos State, he fought the status quo and he now took over. So it is no different from what he wants to do with Dangote. He wants to take over the position. He wants to take over an interest for himself, his personal interest. He's not fighting for Nigerians. So nobody should come and gaslight. Now, it is a year of gaslighting. Nigerians are being gaslighted. The Southwest have brought out their true color. We are learning, most of us, in the media, we are learning. Some of us are intelligent. We are understanding the methods the Southwest are using. Although it's evil, it's without conscience. Most of them don't have conscience. They can support what is evil and go to church and clap their hands. They can support what is evil and become pastors. We are understudying what they are doing, even on social media, how some of these technocrats are coming to defend and leverage on the emotions of Nigerians to defend the president. Sometimes they will attack the president so that they will look as if they are neutral. In a way, when they see that the heat is getting on the president, when the heat is hot on the president, they come with another tactic to defend the president. We know what they are doing. These Southwest guys, you know what they are doing. We are not studying them. And when an Igbo man looks at what you're doing and studies you, you can't do it better than the Igbo man. I'm seeing some people on social media rising up, trying to play politics that has never been played before. Some Igbo people are trying to play the politics that the Southwest is playing. When an Igbo man learns to play politics in this Nigeria, with the limited time that they have, it's going to be very good for them, so as to have to understand how to, yes, interact with people of other nationalities. Let them continue. Let Tinubu continue. The economic team, they are ganging up against Tinubu. Tinubu and his boys, all they have is political power. Tinubu and his boys, all they have is political power. Show me any of Tinubu boys that have done business from scratch to the top. Any of Tinubu's boys that have independently, without the help of a government, started a business from scratch to the top. Show me one. Show me one, and you give us how we can research and verify. None of them. They all depend on political power. How did Tinubu rise? Political power. These people don't know how to manage anything. I've been saying that Tinubu would not fix Nigeria. He will try his best so as to engage with the powers that be, so that he can have an interest, a stake in Nigeria. That's what he's doing. If you tell me that somebody will say this guy is a bad governor, and another person will come and say to defend, say he has been doing good now, he has been paying school fees. That is not. Evil people do charity. So if he has raised politicians, if Tinubu has raised politicians from Lagos, if Tinubu has done a whole lot of things for some of his boys does not mean that he has done for Nigerians. He's doing for himself. He's building a network for himself and his people. And you know one thing about national cake? The greed of politicians will not make national cake get to everybody. So the people that are supporting a Tinubu because of tribe, they should get ready. It is going to hit them because the national cake will not get to them. The national cake cannot get to everybody. It is when we have good governance that the national cake will get to everybody irrespective of tribe. Those that are supporting tribe, the national cake will not get to you because the national cake cannot get to everybody when we are supporting tribe. A particular tribe, the national cake, with the corruption and greed in Nigeria, cannot go round. So if they are fighting, they and Dangote, if they are fighting, they should continue fighting. We are applauding them. They should continue. They should even fight very well. They should not separate at all. They should fight to the death. They should fight. They should fight until they scatter everything. Then everybody will now find their way. You people have been eating from Nigeria since 1960, and you don't even consider the man on the street. You don't consider people that are dying every day of hunger, people that you stole their future. You don't consider. I'm talking to these people because they don't have conscience. They are conscienceless. Whether it's a Dangote, it's a Tinubu, it's the federal government, those people that are on that pedestal of power, they don't have conscience. They don't have anything, no package for you and I. So there's no need to pity them. Let them fight, because I once supported a one Nigeria, but I saw it We sat down and we looked at some things and said, no, this one Nigeria cannot work. Don't deceive yourself. I've been to church and we pray for Nigeria. The prayer I pray now is for me and my family to get the blessings of God, not Nigeria. Nigeria would not work. Prophets have come and gone. The prophets have prophesied and they are dead now. Nigeria is getting worse. People prophesied there will be a separate country. People prophesied that Nigeria will get better. Dollar will rise and fall. It is getting worse and worse. So the truth is bigger than any man of God, any prophecy, any anointing, any influence, any church followership. The truth is bigger than everybody. God is truth. The truth is bigger. So this is the truth. A Nigeria united cannot work with this crop of people that we have at the top. Let it be balkanized. Sorry, Dangote, join us. 1st August. Already they have started a knot. Let there be a protest. Let it end bad government.